It is cloudy and cool at Arocha Ballpark here in Lawrence, but so far the rain has stayed away as we get ready for Game 2 of this doubleheader between the Kansas Jayhawks and Baylor Bears. Hello, welcome to Lawrence. Alongside the Hall of Famer Casey Williams, I'm Lee Fleisig. We saw Baylor win in Game 1. Wasn't the prettiest game we've seen, but the Bears took advantage. This is the sixth time they trailed after 4 innings, but they came back to get a win.
Yeah, struggle earlier in the week for Baylor. They continued to fight in Game 1 to make things happen, and it kind of turned things around for them at the end, late in the game.
All right, 15 runs combined in that game, also 7 errors combined, and that really came back to haunt the Jayhawks, especially in the 4th inning. Baylor was able to score 4 runs, and Kansas had a little trouble getting out of that inning.
Yeah, they struggled in command later in the game with their pitching staff, getting behind in counts, and then that Baylor offense kind of just put pressure on them on the bases, and things unfolded for them well.
On the Kansas side, Anna Souls had a spectacular game offensively. 2 two-run doubles, plus another run driven in. 5 RBIs for Anna Souls. That offense can still produce.
Yeah, they know they're going to have to score runs to be able to win games in the Big 12, and they've continued to do that. They couldn't pull it off late in the game, but what a fantastic job by Anna Souls today.
All right, Baylor takes Game 1. Game 2 coming up next between the Jayhawks and Bears. First pitch coming your way from Lawrence, next here on ESPN+.
What a way for Brooklyn Carter to begin this game, kind of like how she ended game 1, to be able to get on for the Baylor Bears and use that speed to make things happen.
She is a threat to steal, 16 of 17 in stolen bases. Here's Samaya Jones, the right fielder. Looks at ball 1. Jones drove in a run, had a pair of walks, runner goes. Ball fouled away, it'll be 1-1. Strike call by our home plate umpire, Ron Burkhart. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Blakely Barber.
The shortstop, number 36, Amber Tovin.
So Barber getting the start in the circle for Kansas here in game 2. What do you look for from Blakely Barber?
Blakely Barber is going to go up and down in the zone. She can throw to all quadrants. She'll mix in an off speed occasionally as well.
Runner goes on a delayed steal. The throw is a good one from Ella Boyer. And Brooklyn Carter is asking for a coach to challenge. Oh, was that tagged down by Haley Kripe? Let's look. Okay, the ruling on the field was out, so we'll have to see something that makes them overturn that. What'd you see?
Yeah, I think Brooklyn Carter does a nice job of getting to the outside part of that bag, especially with Haley Kripe's foot coming in there. To me, it looks like Haley Kripe swipes for the tag and misses and comes back on that last second. Unless you see something different. She kind of lost her in that tag a little bit.
So our umpires go behind the fence to take a look at the video replay. Brooklyn Carter was pretty adamant. I think you saw her shaking her head as soon as the call was made. She thought she was safe.
When you have one of your speediest base runners on board, when you have one of your speediest base runners in scoring position with Amber Tovin up to bat with over 40 RBIs on the year, I'm pretty sure you're probably going to challenge here as well.
Can you read anything from Haley Kripe? Did she think she got the tag or no?
It's all a secret, right? She's talking into her glove. I think the game goes so quick, you never really know, right? Until you look back at it.
I think she's giving you the play-by-play right there.
Yes, absolutely she is.
Here's our decision. Okay, Brooklyn Carter thrown out at second base as that play will stand.
And when the umpires go behind the fence, there's one of two things. The play can either be confirmed or it can stand. If the play is confirmed, that means there was conclusive evidence that it is definitely the call on the field. In this case, the play just stood.
Now Ron Burkhart giving an explanation of both head coaches. sure Glenn Moore is satisfied. Okay, so I don't know if you could hear that, but there are issues with the replay challenge. So Baylor's going to keep that challenge. And we'll try to get you a better explanation than that. But for now, Brooklyn Carter is out at second base. There are 2 down. And a 1-0 count now to Amber Tovin. One and one. Tovin was held hitless in game 1. One of the Bears' offensive stars this season. Outside from Barber, 2-1. In the air to left. Ava Wallace out there in left makes the play. And it's 3 up and 3 down for Baylor. We're heading to the bottom of the first. The Jayhawks coming to bat here in Lawrence on ESPN Plus.
At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas, we're not for profit. We're for Kansas and all Kansans. Blue collar, white collar, all the collars. We're not for profit. We're for Friday night lights, Saturday bonfires, and Sunday roller skate lessons. You know what we're not for? Putting money above our members. We're not for profit. We're for something so much more important. You. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas, we don't have shareholders. We have neighbors.
Research at the University of Kansas improves lives worldwide. As a leading geology research organization, we do more than just study rocks. My team's world-class data helps farmers operate more efficiently so that they can save money and water. We take to the skies to reveal underground natural resources, and we test well water to ensure that communities can rest easy with each drink. Every day, KU breakthroughs create a stronger, safer world for you.
Goes Calvis, throw it, bringing a run. We got a double.
Big conference. You call it.
Third, great defensive. Shockey in the second.
Making 12 up.
Base runner.
To the bottom of the first we go. Head coach Jennifer McFalls has changed her lineup a little bit. We told you Anna Solis with a sensational opening game in this doubleheader has moved up to the number 3 spot. Caden Stafford is now at third base, hitting fourth. Haley Kripe drops down to number 5 in the lineup. Ella Boyer still in that number 2 hole, but catching. And Ava Wallace getting the start in left field here in game 2. Presley Limbaugh leads things off for the Jayhawks. Holds back on that one, 1-0. Slap just past Marshall at third. Tovin makes the pickup and a good throw to first, but not in time. Heads up play from Amber Tovin.
Catcher, number 75, Ella Boyer.
What a play by Amber Tovin, but the speed and Presley Limbaugh getting the leadoff runner on. Seeing a common theme with both of these teams, making things happen early. See if Kansas can capitalize.
Here's Ella Boyer. 3-time Big 12 Freshman of the Week and National Freshman of the Week. Walked 4 times in game 1. That's the ball, too. Three and 0. Boyer will take a walk.
The first baseman, number 22, Anna Souls.
So two aboard now for Anna Souls, who moves up to number 3 in the lineup. What do you think is behind the change of Anna Souls was hitting 4th, moving up to 3rd, maybe a hot bat getting more at bats, or to put her right behind Boyer?
Yeah, I think putting her right behind Boyer is going to give some of that protection, especially when you might have people other in your lineup who are struggling to find those big moments. So you move her up and try to replace people down in the lineup as you can.
Now Souls with two-run doubles in that first game. Also drove in a run with the sacrifice fly. 5 RBIs in game 1. So now it's 38 for the year. Two on, nobody down here. Outside, 1-1. On the ground. Good play from Piper. Tries to go to second in time. That was a tough play.
Yeah, and a heads-up play by Piper.
Cadence Stafford.
When Ella Boyer is going to second here, you'd probably suspect a slide. I don't think she thought she was going to turn around and make that play at second base. It's a really, really good play by his second baseman.
There's Cadence Stafford now with runners at the corners and 1 down. Fouled back. Stafford with a home run in the 5th inning in game 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Stafford with 7 home runs, a career high. Up high from Tanner. Wind has shifted a little bit, blowing more towards the third base line. It was really into the infield in the first game. Tanner with a nice change of speed. 2-2. Up high, full count. Officially 52 degrees at first pitch, but it doesn't feel like that. Much cooler. A little bit of sun peeking out now. But rain expected on Sunday, so we're playing 2 tonight, 1 on Saturday. High but foul down the left field line. Full count. Runners at the corners, 1 down. Strike 3 called.
The shortstop.
So it'll be 2 down now for Haley Kripe.
Peyton Tanner has done a really nice job of mixing her pitches. As you can see, she's going to use the screwball there. She loves to use that screwball to go in on her hands. There she just fools Cadence Stafford for the strikeout.
Okay, here's Haley Kripe for Kansas. With 2 down. Another good pitch from Tanner. Kripe had 2 hits in game 1. Strike 2. 1-2. Ripe looks at ball 2. Strike 3 called. Peyton Tanner gets her second strikeout. The Jayhawks leave 2 aboard. We played 1, no score here in Lawrence.
No runs on 1 hit, no errors.
Jayhawks and Bears here in Lawrence as we head to the top of the second. Baby Jay keeping everyone entertained. It'll be the number 4 hitter for Baylor, Leah Cran. Looks low from Blakely Barber. Cran with an RBI double in game 1, scored a run as well. That 7th inning. Baylor 1, hit hard. Haley Kripe there to grab it.
What a play by the veteran shortstop. She gets a great read on this ball, and as you can see, it's on her before she can even think about it, and she makes a play for out number 1.
All right, here's Faith Piper, who doubled in that 7th inning in game 1. Drove in a big run. Hit hard to center field. Presley Limbaugh there for Kansas. And they're 2 down.
Designated player number 33, Olivia Bittner.
Here's Olivia Bittner, the designated player again. She reached on a walk in game 1, scored a run. Looks outside of ball 1. Down low, 2-0. Three and 0. Up high, and Bittner draws a walk.
The third baseman, 0-0, Kagan Marshall.
There's Kagan Marshall. Third baseman was hit in the hand in game 1. Stayed in the lineup back here in game 2. Now Ella Boyer would like a word with her pitcher.
I think a really good time to call for Ella Boyer when you're kind of struggling in command, struggling to find the zone, slow things down, let's go out and have a conversation. And kind of opposite in Kagan Marshall, you know, you're coming back here, you're probably going to suspect to see something in the zone here pretty quickly as a hitter.
Down a little low, 2-0. Was that a key for you as a hitter after a conference while you were in at bat, that maybe they were going to concentrate on getting something in the zone?
Yeah,
something hittable for you?
Yeah, I think any pitcher who's struggling with command, you're going to see something probably sooner rather than later. If you're calling time, it's, you know, hey, let's refocus, let's find the zone a little quicker, and that's almost a prime time to be ready to hit.
2-1 pitch with 2 down. 2-2. Just misses full count now. 3-2 with 2 down. Hit hard but foul. Back will do it again. On the ground, Haley Kripe with a tough play. Dives to keep it in the infield, but it'll be a base hit. And 2 on with 2 down for Baylor.
Just a really nice at bat by Kagan Marshall, allowing the hitters behind her to see multiple pitches and really everything that Blakely Barber has in her repertoire moving forward for this Baylor offense.
Abby Flores is getting the start behind the plate for Baylor. 2 on, 2 down. Looks at a strike. Fouled away. She's down the count now, 0-2. Up high, 1-2. Got around on that one down the right field line, drifting foul. Flores stays alive. Good battle going on here between Flores and Barber.
Yeah, Baylor has just done a really nice job up until this point of being able to stand at bat, shorten up, make things happen. And that's causing Blakely Barber to have to throw more pitches as the game goes on.
35th pitch. Down the left field line, Ava Wallace gives chase. But can't get there. Wind kind of blowing that way too. One-two pitch. 2-2. Fouled back. Two on, two down. 2-2 pitch. On the ground, Bagshaw backhands it, and a good throw over to first. Bears leave 2 on, and we're still scoreless here in Lawrence.
First and foremost, people know me as a basketball player, but it's definitely a lot deeper than that. Through the community, I hope that kids can look to me as somebody they can lean on. I can be a support system to my partners, to Ameritrust. I hope that I'm somebody that they can rely on to be a good ambassador for their brand. And I hope that this partnership really helps a lot of younger kids make wise financial decisions. Ameritrust Credit Union, now serving Colorado.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
The season starts at Rally House. From jerseys and hats to tumblers for game day, it's where outrageous selection meets every fan's style.
Rock Chalk chants, the pride runs deep, flags wave high, wave the wheat.
Rally House, it's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Level up your fandom in-store or online at rallyhouse.com.
Goes Calvis, throw it, bringing a run, we got a double.
Big conference. You call it.
The third, great defense. Shockey in the second.
Making 12 up.
Base runner.
Campbell Bagshaw made a nice play at second base, and she will lead things off here in the bottom of the second for the Jayhawks. No score between the Bears and Hawks. Bagshaw looks to the strike. She was 0 for 4 in game 1. Into left center field. Savannah Pogue is there.
The left fielder,
One down.
Number 7, Ava Wallace.
Here's Ava Wallace getting the start in left field for the Jayhawks here in game 2. Ball 1. Try to check her swing. Strike called. That got her. Right on the arm, so Ava Wallace is on base.
Designated player, number 25, Bailey Amezcua.
Here's Bailey Amezcua. Started game one as the catcher, is the designated player here in game two. Got a base hit in game one. Two and 0.
A little bit quieter of a game to start. You see in game one, you know, Baylor comes out and they score, and then Kansas does the same in inning two. They kind of fight back and forth as well. And here you can see a little more of a pitcher's game up until this point. Seeing a lot of pitches, just haven't been able, either team, to make anything happen yet.
An 8-7 Baylor win in game one. Strike called, 2-1. The Jayhawks with 4 straight conference series wins coming into this series. Strike 2 called. Fouled away. Amezcua battling here, 2-2. Down low, full count now. 1 down, 1 on. Brings it Linda on deck. Amezcua holds back. The Jayhawks have 2 aboard.
Number 39, Ainsley Linduff.
Glenn Moore would like a word with his pitcher.
Peyton Tanner, the sophomore transfer from Tennessee, and talking to head coach Glenn Moore earlier this week, he said, you know, Peyton has done great things. She just hadn't had a ton of experience up until this point. She had success earlier in this game visiting that off speed. You wonder if she'll go back to that.
Lake Jackson, Texas. Baylor's had several players transfer back closer to home. Linda flicks at ball 1. Fouled away. Amber Krager, who we saw in game 1, I believe, was Arizona State and back closer to home.
Yeah, they have a ton of transfers in this lineup. They may have not gotten the experience that they necessarily wanted to at their previous schools, and they'll get that as the years go on and they see more at bats or more innings on the mound.
2-1 to Linduff. 2 on, 1 down. Down the left field line. Pogue runs out of room. I think she's saying 10 feet more and I would have had it. 2-2 pitch. Full count now, 3-2. Again down the left field line. Pogue makes a jump for it, but can't get there.
Pogue was right there. As you can see, she uses the wall. She's not that far off from that ball. A great effort.
3-2 pitch. Into center field. Hit high. Carter all the way to the warning track, makes the catch. Now Mezquia will motor into second base, so the Jayhawks will have 2 in scoring position now with 2 down. Carter, I think, initially may have turned the wrong way, but then corrected herself and made a nice play at the warning track. So it's top of the order now for Kansas. Presley Limbaugh. She singled in the first. And a chance to put her Jayhawks on the board. Looks inside, ball 1. Limbaugh was on base twice in game 1, singled in the first here. Strike called, 1-1. Two down, 2 on. Well, fouls it backward, 2-2. Full count now to the Kansas leadoff hitter. Strike 3 called. Big strikeout for Peyton Tanner. The Jayhawks leave 2 aboard, and we're scoreless heading to the 3rd. Well, 15 runs combined in game one, and we're scoreless as we go to the top of the third in game two.
The third inning for Baylor, the left fielder, number 6, Savannah.
Savannah Pogue will lead things off for Baylor. Popped up. Campbell Bagshaw has to go a long way to make the play. There's one down.
I think you see initially Anna Souls takes a step back to make that play, and Campbell Bagshaw calls her off, and Anna Souls does exactly what she's supposed to do as a first baseman. If a middle infielder calls you off, you step out of the way.
Here's Brooklyn Carter, who singled in the first. On the ground to Haley Kripe. Kripe with a quick throw. And quickly there are two down.
The right fielder, Samaya Jones.
Kripe knows there's some speed going down to first base. And got rid of it quickly. So two down for Samaya Jones, the right fielder. Looks at strike one. John struck out in the first. Drew a pair of walks in game one. One and one. Into center field, Presley Limbaugh has a line on it. And it's 3 up, 3 down. We're heading to the bottom of the third. No score, Jayhawks and Bears. Sensation Ella Boyer will lead things off for Kansas here in the bottom of the third. Boyer got around on that one, but long and foul. Boyer with 4 walks in game one and walked in the first inning of this one. Down low, 1-1.
The one at bat, they didn't decide to walk her. She pushed one through for a single, and that's really hard to do as an athlete, to continue to remain focused in your at bats, knowing they're kind of pitching around you in a sense to make someone else in this Kansas lineup do the job.
17 home runs on the year, most by a freshman here at KU. Looks to a strike, 2-2. Tied for second best in a season. Two-two pitch. Off the end of the bat to second base. And Boyer's retired, one down. There's Anna Souls. We saw Boyer stop by on her way to the dugout and just give a quick word to Anna Souls. What did you want to know, or did you want to know anything as a hitter when somebody in front of you saw a couple of pitches and then was coming back to the dugout? Did you want information or no?
I was totally just, I had great hands, and so I wanted to react based on what I saw instead of being able to create this big game plan. But I think for these Kansas hitters, being able to see off speed in that at bat alone in Ella Boyer, what you just saw is Peyton Tanner went to that off speed more frequently to keep her off balance, and you'll see if she continues to do that throughout this game.
Souls looks at one low, 2-1. Three and one. On the ground to second. Piper up with it. Over to first, and they're two away.
The third baseman, Cadence Stafford.
Here's Cadence Stafford. Struck out in the first inning. One of two strikeouts for Peyton Tanner in that first inning. Strike one here. One. High in the air to left. Pogue comes in, makes the catch, and the Jayhawks are down in order. We're going to the fourth inning, scoreless here in Lawrence.
Dear Friday, let's put good times in gear. We've got power tailgates to power game days, and a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota Trucks. Get 2.99% APR financing for 72 months on the 2026 Tundra with $1,000 TFS APR cash. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Together, we're elevating our potential, our pride, our traditions, and our dreams. Together, we're opening up a whole new world of possibilities. Elevate your University of Kansas experience with Jayhawk checking from Central Bank. Central Bank and KU, elevating together.
Goes Calvis, throw to swinging a run. We got a double.
Big conference. You call it.
Third, great defense. Shockey into second.
Making 12 up.
Base runner.
Yes, it's chilly here in Lawrence. As we go to the top of the fourth, great day on deck, it looks like, on Saturday. But a doubleheader here on Friday, expected rain on Sunday, so every effort made to get these conference games in. So we're playing two here tonight. The Bears took game one. Scoreless here in game two. Amber Tovin Looks at strike one. Jayhawks kept her off the bases in game one. I think that was the first time in 20 games she has not been on base. 1-1. High in the air to left. Ava Wallace may have taken one step. There's one down.
It is no lie that when you come in and you maybe hadn't played in game one, the ball is definitely going to find you. You've seen Ava Wallace have 2 or 3 pop flies out there and a couple foul balls.
Why is that?
Don't have an answer for you.
The softball guys just want to chest you early, huh? Give you a chance.
They just want to make sure that they know that you're out there.
Leah Cran, the first baseman, lined out to Haley Kreiper, first time up. Off the end of the bat. Bagshaw over to first. They're 2 away. That'll bring up Faith Piper.
The second baseman, Faith Piper.
She had that big RBI double in the 7th inning of game one. 0 for 1 here in game 2. Looks at a strike. One pitch with 2 down. Fouled away. Right back to Barber. Snags it. Over to first. And the Bears are down in order. They've retired 7 straight. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. No score.
RCB Bank.
It's the bottom of the 4th here in Lawrence. No score between the Bears and Jayhawks. Dave Fleisick, Casey Williams with you for game 2 of this doubleheader. Game 1 went Baylor's way. No score here as Haley Kripe leads off the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 count. struck out looking in that first inning. Pair of hits in game one. In the air to left, Savannah Pogue. And to your point of getting inserted in game two, you see a lot of action. Pogue with another flyout.
Both pitchers are doing a really nice job of pitch location, and Peyton Tanner here, she just comes in on the hands. That is her strength on the mound, and she jams Haley Kripe for out number one.
I was just going to say Peyton Tanner has really come in, just seems to be pitching with a purpose. Like she is not taking a lot of time. Gets the ball, gets a signal, and goes.
I feel like as a pitcher, when you get into that rhythm, you don't want to change things when things are going really well for you. And as you can see, her command, like you said, is on point right now.
She's retired 5 straight Kansas batters. 1-2 count now to Campbell Bagshaw. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 for Peyton Tanner.
As you can see, Peyton Tanner is going to pull the string here with the off speed down in the zone at the knees. It's a great pitch location for the strikeout.
So here's Ava Wallace for Kansas with 2 down. Looks at a ball. Outside 2-0. Wallace was hit by a pitch in that second inning. The Jayhawks left 2 on base in the second. 2-0 pitch. Hit hard to center field. Carter goes back to the warning track and makes the catch. The Jayhawks go in order again. We've played 4 in Lawrence. No score between the Bears and Jayhawks.
Need a second opinion? Look no further than Kate's Heating and Cooling. I was told that my 15-year-old furnace had a cracked heat exchanger by a local HVAC company. I wasn't convinced and wanted a second opinion, so I called Kate's, and I'm so glad I did. Their team conducted a thorough and professional free inspection with a combustion analyzer, and in 15 minutes, Kate saved me $14,000.
10-year manufacturer's warranty? Not here. With Kate's, you're covered for life. Kate's, where service makes the difference.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
The season starts at Rally House. From jerseys and hats to tumblers for game day, it's where outrageous selection meets every fan's style.
Rock Chalk chants, the pride runs deep. Flags wave high, wave the wheat.
Rally House, it's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Level up your fandom in-store or online at rallyhouse.com.
Goes Calvis, throw to swinging a run. We got a double.
Big conference. Jayhawks, what you call it?
At the third, great defense. Shockey in the second.
Making 12 up.
Base runner.
Here we go to the top of the 5th. Blakely Barber will face Olivia Bittner. For the Bears, we've seen a couple of balls that looked like they were squared up pretty good that just didn't seem like they went anywhere.
Yeah, you wonder if the cold air affects that just a little bit. Like you said, a couple balls that have been squared up and they just look like they kind of die in the middle of the air a little bit.
Ball 1 to Bittner. Got a walk in game 1. Walked in the second inning here. Again, Baylor an 8-7 winner in game 1. Doubleheader today. Game 3 Saturday at 2 o'clock. We'll have it for you here on ESPN+. Now Barber behind in the count, 3-0. She'd kind of been on cruise control, retiring 7 straight Bears. Kagan Marshall got a single in the second inning. That was the last base runner Baylor's had. Three-0 pitch. There's a strike, 3-1. Big swing and a miss. Full count now, 3-2. Foul ball. Bears able to break out a little bit out of their slump in game 1. Had lost 3 straight, 4 of 5. 3-2 pitch hit into center field. Presley Limbaugh gets it. And Blakely Barber fights back to get the out.
The third baseman.
I think going back to Baylor, like you said, they come out and they win their first 2 Big 12 series and they drop their next 2. They've had kind of a rough week dropping Lamar and UT Arlington, but finding a way to fight back in game 1, no matter what happens in that game, is probably a little bit of a breath of fresh air.
Kagan Marshall looks at strike 1. She singled in the second inning. Last Baylor base runner. Glenmore wants a word. Passing on some wisdom to the freshman. Oh, 1 pitch. Those words of wisdom paid off because she takes it into the gap in left center field. She's going to go for 2 and slides in head first with a double, her second hit of the game.
This is a really good piece of hitting by Kagan Marshall. As you can see, she capitalizes on a pitch over the plate, and it's exactly what you want to see in an athlete. You call time and head coach Glenn Moore, and you have a little chat. And the next pitch up, you have a double.
I think we're going to see a pinch hitter here.
Pinch hitting for Baylor, number 20, Gianna Gusman.
Gianna Gusman will hit for Abby Flores. Gusman looks at ball 1. One and one. Gusman made a nice play down the left field line in foul territory, going hard against the wall to record an out. That one misses, 2-1. Tried to hold back. She did. Jayhawk faithful don't think so.
I don't think Blakely Barber thought so as well. So she covers her mouth there with her glove.
3-1 pitch. Gussman draws a walk. And now the Jayhawks will take time. First trouble that Barber has had since that second inning when Baylor left 2 on. She gave up a walk and then a single from Kagan Marshall, but then got a ground out. Bears have 2 on with 1 down here. And Savannah Pogue at the plate. Again, the final game of this series Saturday at 2 o'clock right here on ESPN+. Look forward to a great day. Hope you can join us. Pogue slaps it foul down the right field line. Good pitch from Barber. 0-2. Stafford steps on third, over to first. Big double play for the Jayhawks. Caden Stafford handles it. And Blakely Barber and the Jayhawks get out of a jam. We're still scoreless in Lawrence here on ESPN+. With her walk-up song as she leads off the bottom of the 5th inning here for Kansas. Looks at a strike from Peyton Tanner. Maybe I never really knew the importance of the walk-up song, but it certainly looks like it put Bailey in a good mood as she was stepping to the plate.
I think it's one thing that you can definitely own as you come up to the plate and shows your personality a little bit for each player when they come up to bat.
Strike 2 called, 1-2. Probably 2-2. Sorry, that song's a little out of my wheelhouse. I didn't catch the title. You're the DJ in the booth. 2-2 pitch.
I just do what the head coach says, okay?
Ground ball. Marshall makes a good play on it. Over to first. One down.
The right fielder, Ainsley Linduff.
So it's Ainsley Linduff's turn. Linduff 0 for 1. Just one Kansas hit. That was back in the bottom of the first from Presley Limbaugh. Right back to Tanner. Over the first, or 2 down.
The center fielder, Presley Limbaugh.
Back to the top of the order now, and a lone Kansas hit from Presley Limbaugh.
Like you said, very uncommon for this Kansas team to only have one hit going into the 5th inning. And I think for them, they really have to decide, are they going to sit on that off-speed pitch and try to hit it, or are they going to remain and try to hit the hard stuff? It's really hard when you go up to bat trying to hit both pitches at the same side with 2 different speeds.
Great diving catch. Tovin ends the inning with a spectacular play at short.
In the bottom of the 5th, no runs, no hits, no
Hang a star on Amber Tovin. The Jayhawks are 3 up, 3 down. We're going to the 6th here in Lawrence with no score.
Pizza, waiting just for you.
Inning, just 4 hits in this game and no runs. That's one way to stay warm.
Yeah, I was going to say, it might be chilly to some, but they're having a blast here at the ballpark.
Brooklyn Carter, the leadoff hitter, leads things off here in the 6th for Baylor. Singled in the first, was caught stealing and grounded out. Carter, a big part of Baylor's victory in game 1. Scored a run in the 7th inning. Into center field, Presley Limbaugh with a running catch. Seeing some great defense here.
Some really great defense, like you said, by both of these teams. Presley Limbaugh is right on that, a great angle to that ball to be able to make the play for out number 1 of the inning.
Samai Jones, the right fielder, steps in. Foul back for strike 1. Jones with a strikeout and a flyout. She walked twice in game 1, drove in a run with a sacrifice fly. Pie from Blakely Barber. Down the right field line, Linduff gives chase just out of her reach. One and two the count, with one down to Samaya Jones. Two and two. Hit hard, but right at Haley Kripe. 2 away.
The shortstop, Amber Tobin.
Amber Tobin, who made a fine defensive play in this game, looking for her first hit of the series. 1-0. She took a hit away from Presley Limbaugh. Back in the fifth, looks at a strike.
What a defensive play. If you don't make that play, that's probably, with Presley Limbaugh's speed, a hit for Kansas, and then they turn over to Ella Boyer. That's a really good veteran play by Amber Tobin.
On the ground, Campbell Bagshaw over to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning in the sixth. We're going to the bottom of the sixth, looking for our first run of the night here in Lawrence. Something, isn't it? Oh man, look at that. That's a warm hot dog right there. Oh boy.
She's super excited.
Oh man. A cool night here at Rocha Ballpark, but a fun night. No score here in the second game of the doubleheader, as Ella Boyer leads off for the Jayhawks. Freshman catcher. Nothing better than a hot dog at the ballpark, is there? Boyer fouls that one away. 2-1.
I would say hot dog or nachos. Like, you really can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Let's not try to reinvent the wheel. Let's just keep it original. Those are one of my two favorites. But if the nachos are coming, I'm definitely going to need some pickled jalapenos for sure.
It's going to be about that time, too, isn't it? 2-1 pitch to Ella Boyer. Good pitch from Peyton Tanner. Well, Tanner's really looked like she's been in control.
Yeah, she's just done a really nice job of mixing that off speed. It's kind of left Kansas a little off balance a little bit throughout this whole entire game.
Boyer takes it deep and hard to left center field. Just off the glove of Carter. And Boyer motors into second base with the leadoff double. Well, that was another ball that looked like it was hit pretty good, but just didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and she capitalizes on this off speed. You see that off speed is up in the zone. Brooklyn Carter goes a really long way for that ball. And Ella Boyer gets things rolling, and I think we might see a base runner here coming in.
Maddie Hayes will take over at second base.
Your attention, please. Pinch runner at second base for Kansas, number 36, Maddie Hayes. Now batting the first baseman, Anna Souls.
And here's Anna Souls, who drove in 5 runs in game 1. And a big situation here with 1 in scoring position and nobody out. Outside for ball 1.
If you're this Kansas offense, this is probably right where you want to be. Anna Souls with 5 RBIs in game 1.
Souls with a big swing, foul ball, 1-1. Back into foul territory and out of play. You would think the Jayhawks would have 3 cracks at it here with Anna Souls, Cadence Stafford, and then Haley Kripe. 1 on, nobody out. Souls up the middle. Play's going to have to be at first base. Hayes goes to third. And Souls moves the runner over.
And a really nice job by Anna Souls. This is a pitch on the outside part of the plate. She gets her barrel around it to hit behind the runner in advance.
Okay, here's Cadence Stafford. 0 for 2, runner at third with 1 down. Into center field. Carter goes back. Makes the catch. Hayes will tag, and the Jayhawks have a 1-0 lead.
The shortstop, Haley Kripe.
Cadence Stafford delivers right when the Jayhawks need her to. As you see, she squares the ball up there, and this is a no-brainer. Maddie Hayes tags. Make sure she fully catches that ball to get on the board for the Jayhawks in the bottom of the 6th.
So 2 down for Haley Kripe. A run across here in the bottom of the 6th. Kripe 0 for 2. Hard but foul. Didn't want to go. 2-2. Hit hard, right at Tovin at short. But the Jayhawks get a big run. Cadence Stafford with the RBI. Kansas leads it 1-0. run of this game thus far, and Kansas has a 1-0 lead. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for Baylor here in the top of the 7th. Leah Cran facing Blakely Barber. Into right field. Bailey Weber will make the play. And as a defensive replacement in right. And the Bears have one aboard.
Leah Cran wastes no time. She's aggressive up at the plate, and exactly what the Baylor Bears need in the top of the 7th to get things going.
Faith Piper is a scheduled hitter, and we're going to have a pinch runner, I believe. Gigi Lindsay for Baylor.
Your attention, please. Pinch runner at first base for Baylor, number 17, Gigi Lindsay.
Here's Faith Piper, who had a clutch hit in the top of the 7th in game 1, leading Baylor to a win in the first game of the night. Looks at ball 1. Outside 2-0. Now. There's a strike 3-1 now to Piper. Blakely Barber's gone the distance for Kansas. Strike 2. Right back to Barber. To second for 1, not in time at first, but they do get the lead runner, and a big play from Blakely Barber.
The designated player, Olivia Bittner.
What a way to square a ball up. As you can see, Blakely Barber wastes no time getting the lead runner.
So it's up to Olivia Bittner now. Looks at the ball, 1-0. Bittner drew a walk in the 2nd inning, flew out in the 5th. Fouled away. One and two now. Two with one down, one on. Baylor trying to find a way to tie this game. Inside, did it get her? Foul tip.
As you can see, Olivia Bentner is way up on the inside part of that plate, and so Blakely Barber is going to try to spot the pitch there. You see it gets the bottom of her handle for a foul ball.
2-2 as Barber calls time. I think I got the not the bet again. Back to back. But she is right on top of the plate, isn't she?
And I think that's a part of her game plan. Being able to take away that inner half, and you see Blakely Barber is kind of just trying to pound it into that area to get her jammed.
Now Barber stepped off and asked for time. Here's the pitch. Anna Souls at first, gets the tag, or gets the steps on the bag. Runner goes to second, so it'll be 2 down.
The third baseman, Kagan Marshall.
With Faith Piper at second base. So Kagan Marshall with 2 down. Runner at second. Strike 1 from Blakely Barber. Down low, 1-1. Up high, 2-1. Jayhawks trying to secure their 9th conference win of the year and give them a chance for 5 straight conference series wins. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Two pitch, 2 down. Runner at second. Full count. On the ground to third. Stafford over to first. The Jayhawks take game 2.
And that's the end of today's second game with the final score, Kansas 1, Baylor 0.
The Jayhawks bounce back and on just 2 hits, score 1 run. But some outstanding pitching from Blakely Barber and some fine defense.
Kansas softball is back in action tomorrow.
And this series is even at a game apiece.
Game of the series right here at Arroyo Ballpark. Join us then and enjoy discounted beverages available at concessions throughout the game.
We're not saying goodbye, we're just saying good luck to our friend Lily Witkowski from the Kansas Sports Information Department. This is her final game with us. Lily, we appreciate all your help. We know you'll do great things at the Kansas City Sports Commission. Thank you very much for all your help. Big thank you to our Rock Chalk Video crew, ladies and gentlemen, in some cool conditions out there. Thank you for your work. Curtis Lorenz, our producer-director. Casey Williams, thank you as always. For Casey, I'm Leaf saying so long from Lawrence, where the Jayhawks win at 1-0 over Baylor. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN Game 3, Saturday at 2 o'clock. We'll see you then.